All right, we are going to demonstrate Bulgarian squats. Go for it,
Bulgarian
Grayson.
squats are sometimes called single leg squats, but the difference is that we're putting our rear foot, our non-loaded foot, on a device or in a device to make sure that it's up and out of the way. So, a lot of gyms that you may go to may have suspension systems of some type that have a hanging piece from a tall rack that you can put your foot into. We prefer this because it creates a lot more balance piece to it, because you don't have the ability to press off of it as much because it moves with you. A Bulgarian squat is very, very similar to doing any other normal squat. We want to make sure that our hips are in line, our core is activated, and we're ready to squat down. It's also good to have a partner close to you. Jackie's over here off to the wings, and I'm close to Chloe as well. So if at any point she loses her balance, she can grab onto one of us and not fall over. So a Bulgarian squat, we're going to have our foot supported in the ring behind us. We're going to push our rear foot back and come down with our front leg and come back up. What we're looking for on this one is that our legs become parallel, our thigh, our femur becomes parallel to the ground, and then our knees don't track too far over our toes. So we're going to have her go back down and hold for a second, and she's doing a good job of keeping that leg where we want it, and she's going to press it back up. Perfect. We still want to make sure that we're pressing through our heels, and we're keeping that weight back and not on our toes. You want to make sure that you do your full set of one leg, and then you can switch and do the other leg. It's difficult to switch in and out between them. Now we're going to go ahead and add weight to this to demonstrate that while she's in the rings. So I handed the weights to Chloe, but another way to do this is go ahead and set them on the floor. Another way to grab these is to go ahead and have them on the floor, bend over, and grab the weights. Okay. So it's the same as when we're doing weighted box step-ups. So our arms are by our sides with the weights in them. We're going to have her squat down and come back up. The same positioning for this one as with the normal one, except this time the weight's on it. We want to make sure that we're not having our torso bend too much, and we're bending at the waist in doing it. We'll make sure and try and keep a very strong core and midsection during this. So we're going to have her form 2. Good. Good. And we're going to have her set those weights down. We're going to have our partner help her out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to do this if you don't have a suspension system. So we're going to have Jackie come over here. So anywhere that has a bench or any kind of other type of firm structure that you can rest your foot on. What you're going to do is you're going to rest your back foot up on the item. So go ahead and put your foot back up on this one. Good. Now this one's a little different because with the rings or suspension system, you have the ability to push your leg back. So we'll actually start with her lead foot a little farther forward, almost as if you're in a lunge position. Okay? A little farther. Yeah. All right. So with our foot being supported back here, we're going to go ahead and squat down. Good. And come back up. Now what this does is it'll have a lot of stretch in your hip flexor of your opposite leg. So you want to make sure that you're fairly flexible in this one as well. So we're going to come down, good, and come back up. And we're noticing that her knee is not tracking too far past her toes, and her hips are coming down properly. So this is another way that you can perform this exercise if you don't have a set of rings.
Thanks, Grayson.